In 7th grade, I took a history test, and one of the questions on it was, how did the development of towns contribute to the end of feudalism in medieval Europe? And I stared at it, and I was like, I don't remember reading any of that. But I just thought about it, and came up with the correct answer, and I got it right on the test. So, to celebrate, I wrote this song about that. And the fiddle part in the accompanying verse is something I just put together this past week. Sat on top of the hill, above the apple trees. Danny walked up and sat next to her. He said, Mother says never to leave. When the people leave the land and their lords, when the people move to the towns, the people live in communities and feudalism suffers. It was late in 1154, the apple harvest over. And then Danny's future lay on his mother, her own father. When the people leave the land and their lords, when the people move to the towns, the people live in communities and feudalism suffers. She had lived on the orchard lands for as long as she remembered, the shady trees and the cool spring breeze. Now her betrothal to Danny was questioned. When the people leave the land and the lords, when the people move to the towns, the people live in communities and feudalism suffers. 19 winters we suffered deep, when Christ and all his angels slept, but none so dark as the one that crept across the orchard where children wept. Danny's mother had said, as long as they stayed, my Danny marries your daughter. You will find that most people out in the towns would not be so giving. When the people leave the land and the lords, when the people move to the towns, the people live in communities and feudalism suffers. So the threaded clay and the family stayed. They never moved to the town. Danny and Anna had children. Their descendants live to this day. When the people leave the land and the lords, when the people move to the towns, the people live